An error message that was encountered in the forum has been resolved. The thread where the message was posted has been checked and the error message is no longer present. It is possible that the error was caused by a temporary issue with the forum software or server. Monitoring is being conducted to ensure that the issue does not recur. If the error message is observed again, it should be reported for further investigation. The cause could have been a number of things, but most likely some kind of software glitch. This is a common issue for websites. It could also have been the server going down for a moment. That can happen due to a number of things, including maintenance, hardware failure, or a software bug. A denial of service attack is also a possibility, but it is less likely. If it happens again, it is important to document the error message and the steps that were taken to reproduce the error. This will help in troubleshooting the issue. It is also important to check the server logs for any errors. Server logs can provide valuable information about what was happening on the server when the error occurred. If the error is related to the forum software, it may be necessary to update the forum software to the latest version. The latest version of the forum software may contain bug fixes that address the error. If the error is related to the server, it may be necessary to contact the server administrator for assistance. The server administrator may be able to identify the cause of the error and take steps to resolve it. Here are some things that can be checked. Firstly, confirm that the web server is running. Secondly, check the forum software logs for any errors. Thirdly, review any recent changes to the forum software or server configuration. Fourthly, verify that all necessary software components are installed and configured correctly. Fifthly, monitor server resource usage, CPU, memory, disk I/O for any bottlenecks. Sixthly, test the forum functionality after each change to isolate the cause of the error. Seventhly, restore the forum from a backup if necessary. Eighthly, consider engaging a qualified server administrator or software developer for assistance. Here are some common causes of forum errors. Firstly, software bugs in the forum software or related components. Secondly, server configuration issues such as incorrect file permissions or database settings. Thirdly, resource exhaustion on the server such as CPU, memory, or disk space. Fourthly, network connectivity problems between the server and the user's browsers. Fifthly, security vulnerabilities that allow attackers to inject malicious code. Sixthly, conflicts between different software components installed on the server. Seventhly, database corruption or inconsistencies. Eighthly, third-party plugins or extensions that are not compatible with the forum software. Ninthly, high traffic levels that overload the server. Tenthly, hardware failures on the server. To troubleshoot forum errors, it's helpful to follow a systematic approach. Firstly, gather as much information as possible about the error, including the error message, the steps that led to the error, and the user's environment. Secondly, check the forum software logs and the server logs for any relevant error messages or warnings. Thirdly, try to reproduce the error in a controlled environment. Fourthly, disable any third-party plugins or extensions to see if they are causing the error. Fifthly, update the forum software and related components to the latest versions. Sixthly, check the server configuration to ensure that it meets the requirements of the forum software. Seventhly, monitor server resource usage to identify any bottlenecks. Eighthly, if the error persists, consult the forum software documentation or support resources. Ninthly, consider engaging a qualified server administrator or software developer for assistance. When reporting a forum error, be sure to include the following information. Firstly, the error message. Secondly, the steps that led to the error. Thirdly, the user's environment, operating system, browser, etc. Fourthly, the forum software version. Fifthly, any relevant server configuration information. Sixthly, any third-party plugins or extensions that are installed. Seventhly, any recent changes that were made to the forum software or server configuration. By providing this information, it will be easier for others to help troubleshoot the error. It is always a good idea to back up the forum on a regular basis, especially before making any changes to the forum software or server configuration. Backups can be used to restore the forum to a previous state if something goes wrong. There are a number of different backup solutions available, so choose one that meets needs. Another thing to consider is that the error could be related to the database. Here are some things to check if you suspect that the database is the problem. Firstly, check the database server logs for any errors. Secondly, run database integrity checks to identify any corrupt data. Thirdly, repair any database errors that are found. Fourthly, optimize the database performance by tuning the database server settings. Fifthly, consider upgrading the database server to the latest version. To maintain a healthy forum, here are some best practices. Firstly, keep the forum software and related components up to date. Secondly, regularly back up the forum data. Thirdly, monitor server resource usage. Fourthly, implement security measures to protect the forum from attackers. Fifthly, moderate the forum content to ensure that it is appropriate. Sixthly, engage with the forum community to build a positive and supportive environment. By following these best practices, you can help to ensure that the forum remains a valuable resource. There are many different forum software platforms available, each with its own set of features and benefits. Some popular forum software platforms include PHP, vBulletin, and Zen4. When choosing a forum software platform, it is important to consider the needs of the community. Some factors to consider include the size of the community, the features that are required, and the level of support that is available. It is also important to choose a forum software platform that is secure and reliable. Server maintenance is an important part of keeping a forum running smoothly. Here are some common server maintenance tasks. Firstly, regularly update the operating system and other software components. Secondly, monitor server resource usage. Thirdly, perform regular backups. Fourthly, implement security measures to protect the server from attackers. Fifthly, optimize server performance by tuning the server settings. By performing these tasks on a regular basis, you can help to ensure that the server remains stable and reliable. There are a number of different security measures that can be implemented to protect a forum from attackers. Some common security measures include: firstly, using strong passwords. Secondly, implementing two-factor authentication. Thirdly, keeping the forum software and related components up to date. Fourthly, using a web application firewall. Fifthly, monitoring server logs for suspicious activity. Sixthly, regularly scanning the server for malware. By implementing these security measures, you can help to protect the forum from a variety of attacks. Moderating forum content is important to ensure that the forum remains a positive and supportive environment. Some common moderation tasks include: firstly, removing spam and offensive content. Secondly, enforcing the forum rules. Thirdly, resolving disputes between users. Fourthly, providing support to users. By moderating the forum content, you can help to create a welcoming environment for all users. Engaging with the forum community is important to build a positive and supportive environment. Some ways to engage with the forum community include: firstly, participating in discussions. Secondly, providing feedback to users. Thirdly, organizing events. Fourthly, creating contests. Fifthly, recognizing outstanding contributions. By engaging with the forum community, you can help to foster a sense of belonging and encourage participation. When a user reports an error message, it's helpful to gather the following information. Firstly, the exact error message. Secondly, the steps that the user took to reproduce the error. Thirdly, the user's operating system and browser version. Fourthly, any relevant information about the user's environment. Fifthly, any recent changes that the user has made to their system. This information can help troubleshoot the error and identify the cause. When troubleshooting a forum error, it's often helpful to consult the forum software documentation or support resources. The documentation may contain information about the error message and how to resolve it. The support resources may include a knowledge base, a forum, or a contact form. By consulting these resources, you may be able to find a solution to the error. If you're unable to resolve a forum error on your own, you may need to contact a qualified server administrator or software developer for assistance. They may be able to diagnose the problem and provide a solution. When contacting a server administrator or software developer, be sure to provide them with as much information as possible about the error. This will help them to diagnose the problem and provide a solution. Here are some additional steps to consider. Firstly, check the forum software's configuration files for any errors. Secondly, verify that the database connection settings are correct. Thirdly, clear the forum's cache. Fourthly, disable any custom themes or templates to see if they are causing the error. Fifthly, test the forum with a different browser to see if the error is browser-specific. Sixthly, check the server's error logs for any related errors. Seventhly, consult the forum software's community forums for similar issues and potential solutions. Eighthly, if using third-party plugins or extensions, ensure they are compatible with the current forum software version. Ninthly, review the server's security settings to ensure they are not blocking any necessary traffic. Tenthly, consider using a debugging tool to identify the source of the error. There are many different causes of forum errors, so it's important to be patient and methodical in your troubleshooting efforts. By following the steps above, you can increase your chances of finding a solution to the error. It's worth noting that some forum errors may be caused by underlying issues with the server's hardware or software. In these cases, it may be necessary to contact the server hosting provider for assistance. The hosting provider may be able to diagnose and resolve the underlying issue. When contacting the hosting provider, be sure to provide them with as much information as possible about the error, including the error message, the steps you've taken to troubleshoot the error, and any relevant server logs. This will help them to diagnose the problem and provide a solution. Remember that maintaining a healthy and stable forum requires ongoing effort. By regularly monitoring the forum, troubleshooting errors promptly, and keeping the forum software and server up to date, you can help to ensure that the forum remains a valuable resource for community. The fact that the forum was down the night before and the day before could be a symptom of a larger problem. It's possible that the server is experiencing intermittent outages or that there is a network connectivity issue. It's also possible that the forum is under attack. It's important to investigate these possibilities to determine the root cause of the problem. If the server is experiencing intermittent outages, it may be necessary to upgrade the server hardware or software. If there is a network connectivity issue, it may be necessary to contact the internet service provider for assistance. If the forum is under attack, it's important to take steps to mitigate the attack, such as blocking the attacker's IP address or implementing a web application firewall. By taking these steps, it is possible to protect the forum from further damage.